Good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's regularly scheduled City Council meeting and special Committee of the Whole meeting. The special Committee of the Whole meeting is called to order. Let the record show that all the aldermen, save for Alderman Malad, who is ill, are here this evening. We only have one item of business, and that is item 2A, to consider approval of ordinance number 2016-17, amending Title 5, Health and Sanitation, Chapter 2, Garage, Refuse, and Junk, Section 3, Collection Charges, Subsection 1, City Environmental Collection Charges of the City of Geneva.
So moved.
Motion by Marks and seconded by Sino. Any questions or comments for Mr. Babica? Oh, Alderman Simonian.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm sitting here just...
Microphone.
So,
Okay. I just,
make me do that all the time. I was just calculating that the difference between the $4.05 and $4.30. Hold on 1 second. I show it as a 6.17% increase, not a 5.8. Unless I'm doing my math wrong.
I do not have an answer for that question. Rita Cruz prepared this council report,
Oh, okay. I'm
and she
sorry.
cannot make it here tonight. She had a previous engagement. She asked me to cover for her, so I can double-check that math. But it is my understanding that the rate increase reflects the built-in contract cost rates, that this current refuse contract is in place through August of 2017. So this rate increase includes the built-in rate increases within the contract. And then there was an attempt by staff to build up a small reserve within this fund in the event that we had future stormwater collection, storm damage collections, we had funds available to cover those costs.
Okay.
And I can double check on the math and get back to you on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you, Mayor.
Alderman
I
Marks?
just have a question. So when we voted, excuse me?
I get 5.8 when I do the math.
Okay. So when we voted on the refuse contract, we didn't at the same time vote on increasing those rates, or did we? I thought we did not.
We
I don't
include,
remember.
we included it, I believe, if I remember correctly, we included it in the budget, but we still have to pass the
Okay.
ordinance.
I thought when we went through the refuse, when we voted on the new contract, we also
Contract.
put in the new scale, but we did not.
We
Okay.
we talked
Talked
about
about
it.
it, and that's what I didn't know if we did it or
Right,
not.
but we didn't put the incremental increases in an
Okay.
ordinance going out for 5 years.
That's why I thought it might have been some of the calculation, but okay, fine. All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Alderman Cummings.
Just because I can't not pass by a dead horse and beat it. 25 cents divided by 405 is 6.17. 25 cents divided by 430 is 5.81%. That's where the error is. They just took the,
Yeah.
it's,
But an increase is from $4.05, not
oh, absolutely. It was an
$4.50.
incorrect calculation, but,
Yeah.
you know, I've done that a million times too. So, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else? There's been a motion. There's been a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Great. Any new business for the benefit of the committee?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Babica. Motion to adjourn is in order. So moved. Motion by Marks.
Second.
Seconded by Sino. All in favor, say aye. Aye. This meeting is adjourned. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll convene our regularly scheduled city council meeting. The meeting is called to order. I kindly ask our city clerk to please take the roll call.
Mike Bruno,
Here.
Kara Burkhardt,
Here.
Tom Cummings,
Here.
Gilberg,
Here.
Mike Maladra, Richard Barr,
Here.
Jim Wright,
Here.
Mary Sino,
Here.
Tom Simonian,
Here.
Tom Singer.
We begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to invite Mrs. Gaines to please lead us in the pledge. I know, isn't that amazing? You're the only one looking up.
Pledges or people? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Gene. Under public hearings, special items and presentations, item 3A is to proclaim May 1 through 7, 2016 as Public Services Week, or Public Service Week, excuse me. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Alderman Marks, Alderman Bruno makes the second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Item 3B is to proclaim May 15th through the 21st, 2016 as Public Works Week. Is there such a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Bruno, seconded by Marks. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Item 3C is to proclaim May 15th through the 21st, 2016 as Police Week in the city of Geneva.
So moved.
Alderman Marks makes the motion. Alderman Cummings makes the second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Item 3D is to consider the mayor's appointments of city officials. You have in your packet the list of officials so nominated for their reappointment. Alderman Kilberg makes the motion.
Second.
Alderman Bruno makes the second. Any questions or comments? Roll call vote would be in order. Mr. Clerk.
Tom Simonian,
Aye.
Tom Singer,
Aye.
Mike Bruno,
Aye.
Gary Burkhardt,
Aye.
Tom Cummings,
Aye.
Ian Kilburg,
Aye.
Richard Mark,
Aye.
Jim Radecki,
Aye.
Mary Sino.
Aye.
Get everybody? We cover everyone? Just seems so quick. 9 in
You're
favor,
moving fast.
nobody against, 1 absent. Thank you all very much. And to the department heads, thank you very much for your continued service. We obviously all appreciate it. Item 3E is to consider mayor's appointments and reappointments to the city boards and commissions. Alderman Sino makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Kilberg. Any questions or comments? A roll call vote is in order. Mr. Clerk?
Tom Simonian,
Aye.
Tom Singer. Aye. Bruno,
Aye.
Gary Burkhardt,
Aye.
Tom Cummings,
Aye.
Ian Kilburg,
Aye.
Richard Mark,
Aye.
Jim Radecki,
Before I vote on this, I'd like to thank Alderman Singer for his 19 years of service on, which commission was it, Ron? TRICOM.
No,
Tri-City Ambulance. Thank you very much for your service.
Thank you.
Aye.
Mary Sino.
Motion passes with 9 affirmative votes, no nays, and 1 absent. Item 4, amendments to the agenda. Are there any amendments this evening? Item 5 is the omnibus agenda. All items marked with an asterisk are considered to be routine by this council and can be considered and acted upon with 1 motion.
So moved. Second.
Alderman Bruno makes that motion. Alderman Marks makes the second. Any questions or comments? Mr. Clerk, roll call, please.
Tom Simonian,
Aye.
Tom Singer. Aye. Mike Bruno,
Aye.
Gary Burkhardt,
Aye.
Tom Cummings,
Aye.
Ian Kilburg,
Aye.
Richard Mark,
Aye.
Jim Radecki,
Aye.
Mary Sino.
Motion passes. Thank you. Okay. Skipping down to item number 10, municipal bills for payment. We kindly ask our city clerk to please read the bills in their aggregate for our consideration this evening.
Bills for payment total $1,680,690.55.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve and pay the bills as read. The individual items that add up to that amount can be found in tonight's packet on the city website.
So motion by Bruno to pay the bills as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Marks. Any questions or comments? Mr. Clerk, please take the roll.
Tom Simonian,
Aye.
Tom Singer. Aye. Mike Bruno,
Aye.
Gary Burkhardt,
Aye.
Tom Cummings,
Aye.
Ian Kilburg,
Aye.
Richard Mark,
Aye.
Jim Radecki,
Aye.
Mary Sino.
Motion passes with 9 affirmative votes, 0 nays, and 1 absent. We skip down to item 13, new business for the benefit of the council. Anyone joining us in the audience?
No, I think you got 11A.
11A, forgive me. Consider approval of ordinance number 2016-17, amending Title 5, Health and Sanitation, Chapter 2, Garbage, Refuse, and Junk, Section 3, collection charges, subsection I, city environmental collection charges of the Geneva City Code.
So moved.
Motion by Marks, seconded by Bruno. This was unanimous at the committee meeting moments ago. Any additional questions or comments or for clarification? Alderman Simonian?
Thank you, Mayor. Can we just change in the executive summary at 5.8% to 6.17%? Thank you.
It's changed from 5.8 to 6.17.
17 or 2, if you prefer a single spot after the decimal point.
I have it going out to like 9 digits if you'd like,
This is Pi Day.
whatever you,
Want to kick the dead horse again,
the
don't you?
council prefers.
Friendly amendment, of course, to the executive summary. Any additional comments or questions? Mr. Clerk, please take the roll.
Tom Simonian,
Aye.
Ron Singer. Aye. Mike Bruno,
Aye.
Sarah Burkhart,
Aye.
John Cummings,
Aye.
Dean Kilburg,
Aye.
Richard Marks.
Aye.
Jim Radecki,
Aye.
Mary Sino.
Motion passes with 9 affirmative votes, zero nays, and 1 absent. Item 13, new business, either by the council or by anyone joining us this evening. Alderman Simonian.
Thank you, Mayor. Myself and Alderwoman Sino spent 2.5 hours with Mary and Stephanie and Rita on this whole budget thing. And I can report with a healthy disrespect for the impossible that government accounting is somewhat as dysfunctional as a lot of other government things that I've encountered. And I somewhat now understand the angst and pain of trying to figure this out. And I'll give you just one simple example. We started basically, or at the beginning, with the definition of a balanced budget because the revenues were some $800 and something thousand higher than the expenses. And I wanted to try and find out how that's balanced. Well, I guess in the government's eyes, a balanced budget isn't revenues equals expenses, it's revenues exceed expenses. So I think part of the, if I'm saying that correctly, if I understood it correctly, I think part of this is just definitions and inclusions and those kind of things. But it made me aware that what Alderman Radecki had said earlier on in some of these discussions is that we have to come up with, I think, a little better way of the process or the communication or something along those lines. So, at least for my sake, I can understand it better in the different worlds of government accounting and business accounting, because I'm used to the business accounting side. But I want to thank, again, Mary and Stephanie and Rita for walking me through as far into this forest as they possibly could in 2.5 hours. So, thank you.
Anyone else on the dais? Anyone joining us this evening? I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session on collective negotiating matters between the city and its employees or their representatives, as well as for the purpose of discussing the purchase, sale, or lease of real property for the use of the public body.
So moved.
Motion by Simonian, seconded by Marks. Any questions or comments? There is no action being taken this evening following.
Could you repeat the reason for going into closed session?
It's for the collective negotiating matters between the city and its employees or their representatives, as well as the purpose of discussing the purchase, sale, or lease of real property for the use of the public body.
Okay, so it's a little addition to what was on there.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Again, no action being, oops, excuse me, roll call, Mr. Clerk, my apologies.
Tom Simonian.
Aye.
Ron Singer. Aye. Mike Bruno,
Aye.
Sarah Burkhart,
Aye.
John Cummings.
Aye.
Dean Kilburg.
Aye.
Richard Marks.
Aye.
Jim Radecki.
Aye.
Maricino.
Great. Again, no action being taken, we should return hopefully by Thursday.
Which one first?